Okay, so in this video, I'm going to introduce to you a chatbot related to an online game. Well, as you can see, when we type hi to enter the AIO, rather, the system will start by introducing information about your company. Then it will ask the customer what kind of game they're looking for, or if they want to know about bonus standards and so on. For example, here we can ask it, what games do you have? Applebee's game. Okay, so here the AI will recommend some of the games you have, for example, Not That, Every Night, and so on, these kinds of games. Then it will ask the customer which game they want. If they want to know more about a particular game, for example, they can say, tell me about Apple tips. Okay, so as you can clearly see here in our interactive chat interface, we can effectively train the artificial intelligence to address our valued customers in a way that feels much more friendly and approachable, like thoughtfully using endearing nicknames such as Ame and other similar affectionate terms, all to create a significantly warmer and more inviting atmosphere. So this instruction can also be directly set in our template for the AI to follow. Okay, so here when we ask it for tips, it will list out some tips for the customer to choose from. For example, we can ask what's the minimum amount and so on. Okay, so these things we're talking about. For questions that customers frequently ask, we can let the system handle them and have it reply for you. So you don't have to constantly worry about how to respond to customers. Okay, so if you ask it about the price, it will even give you an explanation. All right. Next, we come to a more important part, which is okay, if today a customer places an order and makes a payment with you. Okay. Okay. So we can definitely say, including today's date. So when a value customer makes a payment to you, that is to say, I can just simply take that, okay, go and tell him, okay, we have already received your payment, okay, and ask him to forward the payslip to your team to another phone number for processing, okay. So I believe you definitely have another phone that handles those payment matters, so we can also hand it over to AI when the remittance is received. Pass that customer to another phone for follow-up. Okay, so if you want to manage things better today, like knowing which customer has responded or made a payment, okay, you can use our template, because here we have a function when we receive a payment. Okay, we'll say this line, and at the same time, we'll move the customer over to this board here. Okay, once we move them, they'll show up here. For example, you can see we call this potential customer. So if you want to change the name, you can edit it to whatever you want. When we move them here, it makes it much easier for us to check which customers have already completed the backup. For example, you can see this customer here. Of course, that's me. Okay, so this is one of the features we talked about, which allows you to manage your customers more efficiently. All right. And the next part is about when customers ask about their ID. Okay, after they make a payment, they'll come to you to get their account ID from you. Okay. Okay, so when your customers come to you to obtain their account ID, what exactly do you need to do here? You can meticulously prepare all of your customers' account IDs in your Google account. Okay, for example, you can already input their respective phone numbers here. So when I say I want the account ID today, they will go to our Google here to retrieve the account ID and then pass it directly to the customer so they can log in. That way, you don't have to manually reply to the customer. So what should you do? Maybe you can say, you can create all of these in advance, including the phone number. You can create them ahead of time. Okay. As for the game, you can promote any game you want and then their ID and password. Okay. So all these things can be prepared in advance, just like we said. Okay, so when a customer asks today, they will go to our Google Sheet to look it up, right? Here, the customer's name is D23, okay, and the ID has 4 8s at the end. You can see this D23 followed by 4 8s. On login password, so this is about our template, okay? It's just a preview to let you know about this. So this is the template for the online casino. That's how it works. So when you go for training, it's the same. This industry is actually quite simple. You don't need to make things too complicated. Okay, what you need to do is basically just come to this function here and write what you need. Okay, we've already written part of it. So you can go ahead and make changes, or you can just follow our video tutorial to train the AI. All right, that's it for this video.